him and Ragatha are siblings? Ragatha also grew up on a farm. Ragatha is deaf going to be the next to abstract, isn't she? Might have been seen wrong, but I thought she abstracted a minuscule second during the softball adventure. I saw it! Perhaps Kinger may be near abstraction, but find a way to reverse it, or alternatively be named to sacrifice himself. Am I gonna be able to hold everyone out together? Alright guys, today, well yesterday we reacted to the newest episode of the Peak Digital Circus. Huh? What are you waiting for?
What the heck?
What? Is this an anime?
By the way, Pomni, sorry about the whole president thing. I just thought it'd be funny.
He actually apologized?
Just ignore him.
But today we're going to be reacting to fan theories about the latest episode. Okay, so someone said, oh man, it was quick. But it was confirmed that Kane can alter their minds. Something even Jax realized shouldn't be possible unless Kane lied. Well, we do know in that first episode, y'all, Kane was like, oh, I can't alter minds and stuff like that. But it was shown this newest episode that he might be able to. In fact, Kane considerably showed more hostility towards the cast, especially Zubul, with that moment of albeit comedy, anger, I'll tear you to pieces.
Oh, Zubul, you mismatched cash piano, I'll tear you to pieces. Constructive criticism would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, that moment scared me too. Before he corrected himself. But yeah, we're starting to definitely see some of Kane's AM inspiration. Alright, okay, for some fans that don't know, the creators of the Majors of the Circus, they created Kane based off of the short story, I Have No Mouth, I Can't Scream. It was basically about people that were trapped in this post-apocalyptic world where this computer named AM that hated, he resented, with all of his soul, hated humans so much that he tortured the last humans that were left on Earth because he couldn't be a human. And the person right there on Reddit is basically saying Kane is starting to show a little bit of evil side. I remember seeing him as this, cute little jaw thing, oh, I'm so cute and stuff. We're starting to see a little bit of his villain side. Let me gather my thoughts. Pomni used to be an accountant at a supermarket who wanted more action in her life. Basically, she was a wannabe YouTuber. She wanted to break it on YouTube. And ended up exploring abandoned buildings and making videos off of it. Gengo, Gengo, our little weeb over here, is an art college dropout who regrets it, especially after being left working at a horror fast food place. Which is funny because she wanted to relive that nightmare in that other episode, but we all process trauma in a different way. Zuby was a tattoo artist and a bartender. Not gonna lie, they have the vibe of a cool person who initially appears stoic and uncaring, but is actually pretty nice and chill as you hang out with them. Jax was Walter White. Oh, that's what Jax was referred to in the bar.
What's your story then?
I thought you'd never ask. Well, after my lung cancer diagnosis, me and my
He was a
junkie
smoker?
associate from a chemistry
Oh,
class
he's lying.
I used to teach
Yeah, I
started-
figured. How about you, Gangle?
Hey, I wasn't done.
If you're gonna make shit up, at least be creative about it. I know what you're referencing.
What is he
that
referencing?
To something?
Oh, well, my theory. Everyone disagrees with me. But my theory is that Jax is a cat. The reason why I say this, I know you guys are arguing in the comments, go ahead and argue. Y'all can argue at the wall. Is because in the episode he said, where's my tail? And of course you might be like, oh, it's because he's a buddy, he's a tail.
My ears and tail are kind of the pinnacle of masculinity.
You don't have a tail.
What are you talking about? Yes, I do. It's what the?
Oh, he doesn't have a
Where's my
tail.
tail?
See, the way he reacts to corn And the way he reacts to like different objects that look weird, that's the way a cat reacts. And that's the reason why he said that he's missing a tail is maybe he was a cat in the before life, but that's just a theory. We talking about theories, guys. And lastly, Kanger had a wife and studied computer science in the real world. And we all know that the theory is that he had a wife named Queenie who passed away and abstracted. And so yeah. Plot thickening. This episode had the most confusing ending for sure with the NPC. It felt very abrupt and I genuinely expected Jax to show us what he wanted to show. Me too. I wonder what Jax was trying to show upon me, but we'll see in the next episode. That episode was really weird. I laughed quite a bit, but goodness dear, some stuff in it was just so weird. I like development on Jax and Ragatha. Definitely interesting to delve more into them. But I say this episode was more about the weirdness more so than anything else, which I appreciate. And also, Kane gets more violent, which is also fun to see. The thing is, I disagree. I think this episode served a purpose. So a lot of people right now are like, oh, this episode was just weird or random and stuff. When you really look at it, it showed so much more character development and backstory than all the other episodes. Like all the other episodes, it was more plot driven. Oh, haunted house. Yeah, it has some king or backstory, but it was just like plot driven. Oh, the Candy Cane one. That was more about the Crocodile Dundee guy. And Candy Race. This one was my favorite because it actually showed the characters' actual personalities. That's just my opinion. Next theory. Ooh, spicy one. Ragatha is death going to be the next to Abstract, isn't she? It's crazy how Pomni and Jax are becoming friends. But I guess she can see behind the nice mask. And also, what in the world was that NPC? Was that supposed to be the football one specifically? Here's the thing. Might have been seen wrong, but I thought she abstracted a minuscule second during the softball adventure. Look at the way her hair glitched out in this frame. Could easily be an animation bug, but assuming it's intentional, she's 100% abstracting next. Oh my goodness. Hold up, guys. Let's check this out. Just looks like a... I mean... Okay, hold up.
You just everything up for everyone else!
Okay, let's, calm down a bit.
What? You're the one who said it's fine to be a jerk sometimes. Ugh. I'm sorry, Pomni. That wasn't very cool of me.
It's giving abstract vibes.
No apologies for me. This is so sad.
I'm sorry, Jax. For...
I saw it! Look at that.
I'm sorry, Jax.
Do it again.
I'm sorry, Jax.
I saw that! Look at her hair! Guys, look at her hair.
I'm sorry, Jax.
That was not on purpose. That was abstracting. She abstracted for a quick second. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ragatha's fit it. Rest in pieces. Okay, so really interesting episode in terms of lore and character in depth. Plus so many memes references like made Jax. Theory incoming. Judging by Jax noticing how Kane shouldn't have control on actual human minds. Yet he managed to force Jax into being vegan. My theory is that the mannequin guy, which we saw since episode 1 briefly appearing in the distance in the background, is the real Jax. What? Who Kane mistakenly erased, although since he can't erase or modify a human mind, it simply returned a mannequin, the default base for NPCs. While Jax we know is an NPC copy of the real Jax, who didn't even realize until now who he really is. Wait, back up. I like this theory more than the cat theory. So what they're saying is that Jax, the real Jax, this is a fake Jax, and there's another Jax? Whoa, I don't know, bro. Ooh, Jax character insight. I knew he acted like such an a-hole because he was purposely trying to distance himself from people so he doesn't have to experience feelings when they abstract. Aww. But what's interesting to me is that he reacted so negatively to Ragatha's story. Like he resonated very heavily with it. Given his near obsession with being super masculine and his fear of corn, it seems he was also a farm boy, and his dad was one of those manly men who pressured him very heavily into being ultra macho and masculine, and berated him when he didn't align with his dad's very narrow view of masculinity. Hold up! This theory has a lot of weight into it. Because look at this overall scream farm boy, okay? Dang. That's crazy, y'all. Not gonna lie, I'm seeing into this theory. I think him and Ragatha are siblings. Ragatha also grew up on a farm. Hold the phone! Ragatha also grew up on a farm. Goosebergs also says something about apologizing to Bunny Doll shippers. Not to mention the dynamic that between them feels like a siblings thing. Guys, this is Luke and Leia all over again. I'm not gonna lie, this makes sense to why there's like a rivalry between both of them. Oh my goodness. Y'all, do y'all think Ragatha and Jax are siblings? Oh wow, wait. Makes sense since she's based on Raggedy Ann, whose brother looks a lot like Jax. Wait, we gotta look this up. I mean, I guess the overalls. I guess. It's just only the overalls, not really the bunny. Okay, so someone said, Kane scared me a bit in this episode. He's breaking down gradually. He's finally seeing that the cast doesn't like him in his adventures and is killing him. After all, if he's bad at making adventures and adventures are the only thing he's good at, then that means he's bad at the only thing he's good at. He feels less like a friendly AI and almost like a person. My goodness. Not gonna lie, guys, I think the more episodes we go through, the more we're gonna see Kane literally falling apart. Like, low-key, he's gonna pull an AM and like kill everyone off, bit by bit. So all of the Jax is an evil, irredeemable sociopath fans are sobbing right now. As a Jax fan, man, this episode fed into me. I love the idea of Jax being a redeemable sociopath, but honestly, I'm okay with this direction. And even though he showed his vulnerable self, he's still bestial old Jax. Yeah, not gonna lie, I think that now Goosebergs is slowly showing that he's 3D. He's not just this 2D, oh, I'm a jerk. Because for a long time, we always like, is Jax an actual jerk? Or is he like this guy who has a backstory that's making him all cold and stuff? And now it's confirmed, like, yeah, he does have a backstory that's making him all cold and stuff. Because I always knew that he was like, trying to emotionally distance himself, so if anyone ever abstracted, he wouldn't emotionally fall apart. So that makes sense. Okay, so theory. What if this specific sequence is foreshadowing something? Since everyone's been analyzing the shot of Jax at the Ribbit store, I want to point out this short scene in the intermission, which I found interesting. Okay. It seems arbitrarily divides the cast into two categories. Those who get hit by the bowling ball, and those who get hit by cakes. Wondering if this meant to symbolize the fates of each character. Oh my goodness. What if one symbol represents escape from the circus and the other symbol represents abstract? The question is which? The cake or the bowling ball? It's likely that Pomni would be the one to escape the circus. So, perhaps the bowling balls represent escape. Yet at the same time, the bowling balls seem to be more painful of the two fates when compared to the cake. With that being said, the way it's portrayed, both fates seem to be undesirable. Then there's Kinger, who's able to catch the ball and somehow avoid this fate. Wait a minute. But then gets knocked down. Perhaps Kinger may be near abstraction, but find a way to reverse it, or alternatively be made to sacrifice himself. Oh my goodness. Guys, they're into something. They're onto something. They are onto something. One theory I have is that Jax and Pomni managed to escape the circus, but only because Kinger himself sacrificed himself to ensure their escape. Another theory is that Kane was on the verge of escaping himself, but somehow holds himself back, which is like the memory of his wife Queenie, who I personally believe extracted within the circus. Realizing that she might still be out there or feeling unable to leave her behind, he chooses to stay, which leaves Ragatha and Gangle to get extracted. So cake equals abstraction, bully ball escape. Guys, this holds theory, because if it's true that for that quick second in the episode, Ragatha abstracted, hey, I wouldn't hold it against it that she probably might extract it soon. Whew. The main thing that makes it strange is Zubo's absence from this part of the sequence. Now I think this is because Kane's favorite Zubo, but I would think she escapes too. Not gonna lie, letting Zubo not have to participate in some shows that Kane has a sort of soft spot for Zubo, which is interesting. Anyways, guys, I want you guys to comment down below some crazy theories you believe in. I want my mind to be blown. Or comment down below and tell me which theory that we discussed today that you think are true. Anyways, I'll see y'all!